What's going on, Niggler Dreamers? Mattherus here with another episode of Moveset Monday. Today we're going to be talking about the borderline OU Pokemon, Hawlucha. This Pokemon is very powerful. There's a reason it's banned out of UU. Its fighting, flying typing makes it really interesting. It's actually unique, right? Yeah, definitely. I would know if there's another fighting, flying type. But it's very similar set to the Archeops set that we have in NU that I've made a while back. As you can tell, that set is really powerful because Archeops is NU, but it kind of wrecks shops in RU with that set. So imagine this Pokemon being in BL and having that set, but even having an even better version of that set. So it will start off, of course, with the item Power Herb, which is an item that makes the holder's 2 turn moves complete in 1 turn. For example, like Bounce, for example, like the Hitmonlee we used to run. It makes Bounce happen in 1 turn rather than having to wait 1 turn for it to happen. You guys, if you don't know about Power Herb, now you know. So the great thing about Hawlucha is that it also has the ability Unburden, which means that when the Power Herb is used, that the speed is doubled. Because Unburden means that when the item is lost, it boosts the speed of the Pokemon to double, which is really cool. Because Hawlucha is already at Hawlucha already has a base 118 speed. So imagine double that. Like nothing in the game is going to be outspeeding Hawlucha once it's got its Unburden boost. Pretty sure pretty much nothing else in the game gets nothing else in the game with Unburden is that fast. I'm not actually sure though. Let's check. I know of a few Pokemon that get Unburden. Hitmonlee, of course, and Sceptile are the first 2 coming to mind for me. Let's see. Hitmonlee is right around here. I probably just passed it. Yep, there's Hitmonlee. Only has base 70 speeds. 87, sorry, I was looking at him on top. So Hitmonlee has base 87 speed, so not even really close to Hawlucha's base speed. But now let's check out Sceptile. There it is. And he was so much smaller now with PU going on. Oh, okay. Sceptile actually has base 120 speed, so Sceptile will be actually a lot faster than Hawlucha. Yeah, I just imagine 118 speed is like one of the fastest speed in the game. But Sceptile's even faster, so wow. But anyway, there's a reason that Hawlucha is up in BL and Sceptile is down in NU. And that's because of typing and movesets. You're probably wondering why I've been running Power Up this whole time, and now I'll tell you why. Because Hawlucha does get access to Sky Attack, which is a really powerful move, as you can see. 140 power with 90% accuracy. And the 90% accuracy is not great, but it is still 90% accurate. You're going to hit 90% of the time, which is pretty good. Not perfect, but pretty good. But Sky Attack is a charge move. It charges up with the first turn and then hits the second turn, which is not great normally, but Power Herb allows you to just hit in 1 turn, which makes this a really powerful attack at least once. And then, of course, once you've hit with this really powerful attack, then you're super fast because of the Unburden boost. And don't forget that this move also has a 30% chance to flinch and a high crit ratio, which is just ridiculous. Like, it even needed it. My goodness. And then, of course, as soon as you're done using Sky Attack and you have no item, then you can go for no item Acrobatics, because Acrobatics doubles the power if the user has no held item. So the 55 power move Acrobatics suddenly becomes a 110 move. I believe that math is correct once you use your Power Herb. So Hawlucha gets a very powerful stab move as soon as you've used your very powerful stab move. And then, of course, dual stab, you gotta have a powerful fighting type move. I like to run Flying Press because it is both fighting and flying types simultaneously, and I barely even understand that, which makes it really cool. It is a little inaccurate and not that powerful, but I still think it's fun. because there are other things you can run with Hawlucha, such as high jump kick, which is super powerful, but it's less accurate, and you take a lot of recoil damage if you do miss. So I'm always afraid of it. And flying press is like Hawlucha's signature move, so I like to run it. But most of the time, you're basically just going to be using acrobatics, so it doesn't even matter that much. Yeah. And then, as a final fourth move, I like to run Taunt, because having a super fast Pokemon with Taunt is really useful. Yeah, Taunt Lucha. That's what I would name this thing if it didn't give it away at some point in the game. Yeah, so that's the moves. Why don't we go over the EVs real quick? It's very simple, actually. You just want to put absolutely everything you can in speed, make him as fast as possible, so he outspeeds anything and everything. He'll even, think about this, he'll even outspeed a lot of Scarfed Pokemon when he has his Unburden boost, which is really, really useful. Oh, and the one bad thing about Unburden that I need to remind you guys about is that you can only get the Unburden boost once. It's kind of like a setup move. Like once you use the Power Herb, you get the Unburden boost, and then you switch out, then you won't be able to come back in and get the Unburden boost again. So make sure you make good use of it. You make sure you use it as like a final thing, as like a late game sweeper, I would say. But you can still come in early and use Hawlucha to taunt and flying press earlier on in the game. So just be aware of that. Sorry I didn't mention that earlier, but anyway, we're back to the EVs. So plus 252 plus for speed, just everything you can into speed. With the minus in special attack, of course, make him jolly, because then you want the rest of your, fully invest in attack, of course, because that's the only other stat you really care about. And then HP, you can take the 4, because what else does it really matter? Hawlucha is not going to be taking hits. You shouldn't plan on it taking hits. Literally all you need is a ton of speed and a ton of attack, and it will do what he does. Yeah, there's a really cool, interesting, I did say cool, but I'm going to say interesting instead, because Hawlucha is a very interesting shiny version. It's just a very, very different dark color. I don't know. Like, I really like the regular version better. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. It just seems like really weird. I don't know. That's just me. I like this version. I think it's because the green and like the weird grayish purple and black are weird together. I don't know. But maybe that's just me. But that's gonna be it for this episode of Moveset Monday, guys. Make sure to keep dreaming and tune in next time. Yeah.